dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, toys have arrived in Western Kentucky for storm victims. First Lady Brittany Bashir launched the Western Kentucky Toy Drive last week to help families who lost so much right before Christmas. WYMT's Phil Pendleton shows us the distribution in Bowling Green.
Moss Creek Drive is one of the hardest hit areas in Bowling Green. People here lost so much, some even lost their lives, and there are toys in debris piles like this. But here also in town, there is a warehouse full of brand new toys to replace them. The result is a Bowling Green warehouse transformed into a giant toy store. But no money is needed. Storm victims can choose a number of different toys, such as one blue or higher item, along with several of the red or yellow items. The Green River Educational Cooperative and Hope House Ministries sprang into action once the First Lady announced the Western Kentucky Toy Drive last week.
So these toys were delivered on Friday, and we've already had them set up, as you can see in the background, in an organized manner, and that's all because of volunteers. I mean, our community has completely shown out since last week.
The toy distribution will take place through Thursday, and those with the ministry tell me they're being very careful to make sure that those that actually need the toys are the ones that receive them. In Bowling Green, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Several state parks are also distribution sites for the toys in Western Kentucky. An annual tradition took place this morning when volunteers brought Christmas to the Eastern Kentucky Veterans Center in Hazard. Delivering presents to the people that have served our country is a mission of passion for these volunteers. The tradition has taken place in some form since 2004 and has grown each year. This year featured a very special bluegrass show.
We play a lot of events, but some of the events go farther than just coming to perform. They've got a deep meaning, and it has to do with the sacrifice that the folks here have made for our country.
74 veterans received numerous presents today. We'll have more from the Veterans Center coming up at 6 and 11. With the countdown to Christmas in the final days, folks are out doing some last-minute shopping, and small businesses are prepared to help you cross off those final names on your list. Many small businesses in Pikeville are having week-long Christmas deals. Along with a personalized shopping experience, many shops can help you find that perfect and unique gift you've been looking for.
They can shop local with us in downtown businesses to find that item that you probably haven't thought about, or something that fits that exact list that you're looking for.
Of course, it's a little late to order online, and big box stores are notoriously crowded. So small businesses are eager and thankful to have your business this holiday season. We'll have more from small business owners in Pikeville coming up tonight at 6.
Well, another cool day around the mountains today. We've seen plenty of cloud cover that's kept those temperatures on the cooler side, and you can thank a weak system moving in for that. I-64 at Moorhead. Now, as we've gone through the afternoon, we are starting to decrease those clouds somewhat, so not a bad look right now from I-64 at Moorhead. London Corbin Airport, a couple of planes there in the distance on the runway, sitting at 47 degrees right now with a few of those high clouds working out. That's where many of us are, middle and upper 40s right now around much of the region, so not too far away from where we should be this time of year. You look up average in the dictionary, yesterday and today would be what you'd see. Satellite and radar showing those clouds, especially thicker the further south and east you go, also giving us an indication in some of those higher elevations it would be cold enough for a little bit of wintry mix, but no precipitation expected as we head through the nighttime hours. You can see most of the precipitation has stayed well to our south, and we'll continue to expect that as we head through the remainder of tonight. So keep that WYMT weather app handy nonetheless, because we will get a bit chilly as we head later on into tonight. You see those temperatures down back into the 30s yet again, and we'll continue to see that with some more clouds trying to work in by tomorrow morning. I'll have the latest on what Christmas is beginning to look like, and it's beginning to look warm coming up in just a bit. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. The federal government says U.S. population growth is the lowest it's been since the founding of our nation. And they say COVID is one of the leading factors for the decline. This comes as the Omicron variant is now sweeping across the country, forcing the Biden administration to respond. CBS's Natalie Brand has more from the White House.
President Biden is encouraging Americans to take necessary precautions as the Omicron variant threatens holiday plans.
We all want this to be over, but we're still in it. And this is a critical moment. We also have more tools than we ever had before.
The president announced he's ordered the military to have medical personnel ready to help hospitals overrun with new cases.
That's 1,000 military doctors, nurses, and medics. We've already started moving medical teams. They've already landed in Wisconsin and Indiana this week.
The government is also expanding its vaccination program to include additional pop-up locations, and it's expanding its testing program by adding federal testing sites and purchasing 500 million at-home rapid tests to send to Americans for free starting in January.
We'll be getting these tests to Americans for free, and we'll have websites where you can get them delivered to your home.
The administration's health experts say testing and wearing masks around strangers are ways to protect yourself, with travel and family gatherings ramping up this week. The experts say loved ones can get together safely if everyone is vaccinated and boosted.
You're going to be reading about breakthrough infections because this virus is extremely good at transmitting from person to person. But vaccination and boosting clearly is the answer to protecting yourself.
Data from the CDC shows that unvaccinated individuals are 8 times more likely to be hospitalized and 14 times more likely to die from COVID-19. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Officials say the first known death from the Omicron variant in the U.S. claimed the life of an unvaccinated person in Houston, Texas. New research adds to growing evidence that the Omicron variant may be less likely to cause serious disease compared to Delta. While the new variant appears to pose a lower infection risk inside the lungs, it is proving to be much more transmissible than the Delta virus. One study from the UK, Japan, and South Africa shows that 2 doses of the Pfizer vaccine were not enough to provide adequate protection from Omicron, but when Pfizer recipients were given a booster, there was improved antibody response, although that could wane over time. Another closing announcement from a major drugstore chain. Rite Aid is closing 63 unidentified stores, which it says will save the company about $25 million a year. Fewer people are heading to brick and mortar drugstores to fill prescriptions. Shoppers are buying online at Amazon or from big box stores like Target and Walmart. There are 2,500 pharmacies across 19 states, so the closings are just 2% of its stores. The announcement comes after CVS announced the closing of 900 stores during the next 3 years. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Tuesday. A strong day as the Dow closes up more than 560 points as some sort of polar bear rang in the bell this morning. We'll have more financial news in our next half hour. But straight ahead here on First and 4, we'll take you to the Earth's most southern point to check out the most extreme marathon on the planet.
And plenty of sun to go around to start this week off. On the very latest on how long it sticks around and when we could warm up on the way.